Hiya, welcome to another family devotion. And today, our family devotion is called All Against Jesus. I want to start with a little bit of a game today. And in order to play, you're going to need a piece of paper and you're going to need a pencil or a felt tip or a pen. You might want to pause the video and go and grab those now so that you can play. So I'll wait here until you get these things. I'm going to call today's game How Much. So let me explain how you can play along. I'm going to give you an idea of something to do, and I want you to think about how much money I would need to give you in order to do it. Once you've decided, I want you to write it down, show it to everybody else who's playing along with you. But before we play, let me give you an example. So, say I give you this to do. To go to school on a Saturday. So as well as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if I said you had to go to school on a Saturday as well, how much money would you want me to give you to do that? So you might hate the idea. So you could write down something like, oh, maybe £500. Don't like that idea at all. So it need to be a big sum of money. Or maybe actually you really like school. So for you, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So you might say, well, actually £20 would be fine for me. Hopefully you get the idea. So let's play. Okay, so here's our first one. Let's play. How much would I have to give you to eat 20 Brussels sprouts? Ooh, now maybe when you hear Brussels sprouts, you kind of think, what? They're disgusting. Or maybe you actually quite like them and that wouldn't be too bad. How much would I have to give you? Write it down, show it to everybody around you. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, how much money would I have to give you to clean your house every week? I'm talking top to bottom, every room. And in order to make sure you've done a good job, one of your parents is going to judge whether it's clean or not. How much to clean your house every week? Write it down, show everybody else. Okay, number three, the next one, how much would I have to give you to wear only flip-flops on your feet for an entire year? So the only thing you can wear on your feet is flip-flops. That would make some things really difficult. Imagine if you were playing sports in flip-flops, or if you have to walk a long distance, your feet might get a little bit sore by the end of that. Or maybe you absolutely love flip-flops and you think, I'd be quite happy doing that. How much to do it for a year? And then one last one, number four. How much to only watch cooking shows on TV for a month? So you can still watch TV, but the only thing you can watch is a cooking show. Maybe you love the Bake Off or things like Ready Steady Cook, and you kind of think, well, it wouldn't be too bad. And by the end of it, I'd be a really good cook. Or maybe you're like, that sounds absolutely awful. I'd rather have no TV at all. How much? Write it down. Share everybody else around you. Share your answer. That's the game over. But I want to give you one last one. You don't have to answer this, but I want you to think about it. How much money would you need to betray your friend? You might wonder, why on earth is Steve asking me that question? But I ask you that question because in today's Bible passage, we see someone who was willing to betray Jesus, their friend, for 30 pieces of silver. Let's read about what happened now. Our reading comes from Luke chapter 22, verses 1 to 6. It was almost time for the Jewish feast of unleavened bread, called the Passover feast. The leading priests and teachers of the law were trying to find a way to kill Jesus, but they were afraid of the people. One of Jesus' 12 apostles was named Judas Iscariot. Satan entered Judas, and he went to the leading priests and some of the soldiers who guarded the temple. He talked to them about a way to give Jesus to them. They were pleased and promised to give Judas money. Judas agreed. Then he waited for the best time to turn Jesus over to them without the crowd knowing it. Jesus had been teaching at the temple every day. The crowd, they flocked to listen to him, but the religious leaders, they hated him and they wanted to get rid of him. Judas gave them the opportunity that they were waiting for. It's shocking that one of Jesus' disciples would do such a thing, one of his friends. Why would Judas betray him like that? Well, we're given the answer in today's passage. The Bible tells us that the devil, our great enemy, was changing Judas' choices and causing him to do this evil thing. Jesus wasn't surprised though. He knew that evil existed. In fact, that's why Jesus had come. He was going to defeat sin and evil once and for all. And this is good news for us. As much as we might point the finger at Judas and look down on him, we need to realize that sin is an issue that all of us face as well. We all need to be rescued from evil, and Jesus is our great rescuer. The Bible tells us that Jesus is the light that shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never overcome him.